Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum to Ustaz Syahiran. Today, our group will present about Malaysian Halal law. Before we started, I want to introduce myself and our group member. My name is IKRAM FAKRAZIEE bin SEKRI.
My name is Mohamad Hassan bin YUSOF.
My name is Mohamad AFZAN HAIKAL bin BOLHASAN.
And my name is NGATAMAN.
Okay, presentation outline. First thing is introduction. Acts that are related to halal, enactment of state Sharia criminal, animal Act 1953, food hygiene regulation, and lastly a conclusion. Okay, next we move to introduction. The Malaysian halal law developed in line with the rapid growth of the halal industry in the country. The relevance of halal provision in Malaysia is administered under the Trade Description 2011. There are some other legislation relating to halal, which is the Trade Description, Certification Halal Labeling 2011, the Trade Description Definition of Halal 2011, Sharia Criminal Offences Enactment of State, Veterinary Public Health Ordinance 1999, the Custom 1967, and more. This study aims to identify some of the issues and legal challenges of the Malaysian halal scenario that further proposes improvement on the existing legislation on food and halal slaughtering in Malaysia. Next. Okay, this is 2.0, as that related to halal. First is Sharia Criminal Offences Enactment of State. Next is Veterinary Public Health Ordinance 1999. Next is Custom 1967. Next is Trade Inspection Order 2011. Yeah. Next is Food Regulation 1985. Next is Food Hygiene Regulation 2009. Animal 1965. Consumer Protection 1999, and lastly Local Government 1967. Okay, next.
Thank you to FAKRAZIEE, such a perfect presentation. So the meaning of, I will explain about three. The first one is amended. Amended is an adjective used to make minor changes to a text piece of legislation to make it fairer, more accurate, or to reflect meaning changing circumstances. The next one is receive. The word receive comes from the Latin word receives, which means look at again or visit again. When you receive something, this is exactly what means receive. Means a receive or written or printed matter having altered, corrected, considered, and amended. The last one is regulation. It is a rule or directive made and maintained by an authority. It is a law, rule, and other order. Prescribed by authority, especially to regulate conduct. For example, safety regulation require the use of impact-resistant helmets. So the next one is enactment of state Sharia criminal. Malaysian Islamic criminal law essentially only apply to taxi crime, even though there have been attempts to implement special hudud and qisas law in Kelantan and Terengganu in the past. They are not currently in effect. The next one is law relating to Sharia crime were mostly supplied under the state Islamic law. Administration enactment prior to the formation of the state Sharia criminal enactment. The application of Islamic criminal law in Malaysia has undergone enormous innovation and expansion from the time before independence to the present. In general, there are various categories of crime that fall under the Sharia, including those involving sex, alcohol, religion, beating, morality, Islamic value, the purify of Islam and its institution, matrimony, and other misdeeds. So, 3.0 Sharia criminal offense enactment background. The first one, Islam began to spread widely during the 15th century during the Malacca, Malay, Sultanate area. Islamic quick spread to the Islam of Mindanao, Borneo, Sulawesi, Java, and Malay Peninsula. The next one is, after that, the Muhammadan law enactment 1904 is enforced in Federated Malay state, which are Perak, Selangor, Pahang, and Negeri Sembilan. This law is the purpose of punishing Muslims that commit certain offence. The last one, prior to independence, the State Regulation Council Administration enactment contained a unique section outline more general Sharia criminal offence. Several states has codified the Sharia criminal offence enactment during the 1980s and 1990s up until the present. So that's all for me. Sorry, this is the Sharia criminal offence. As you can see, this is the chart. Okay, so that's all for me. Thank you.
So next is offences and penalty of state Sharia criminal. Based on enactment number 11 of 2013, Sharia criminal offences enactment 2013, Part 5, miscellaneous offence, Section 5 of abuse of halal sign. Anyone who places a sign indicating food, drink, or other consumables that are not halal on or in relation to such item violates the law and is subject to punishment that may include a fine up to 5,000 ringgits, up to 3 years in prison, up to 6 strokes of the whip, or any combination of this penalty upon conviction. So, I will talk more about Animal Act 1953 revised on 2006. This is an act to amend and consolidate the laws for preventing the introduction into and the spreading within Peninsula Malaysia of disease of animals, for the control of the movement of animals into, within and from Peninsula Malaysia, for the control of the slaughter of animals, for the prevention of cruelty to animals, for measures pertaining to the general welfare, conservation, improvement, and in Peninsula Malaysia, and for purposes connected therewith. So this is the compensation livestock. As the Chief Minister of a state may by order a prohibit for such period as may be specified in the order the movement of any cattle and swine or any specific class of cattle and swine from such state to any other state, or from part of such state to any part of such state, or to any other state except under license. Next. So this is the offences and penalty for whoever that abides the Animal Act. Someone who cruelly beats, kicks, ill-treats, overrides, overdrives, overloads, tortures, infuriates, and or terrifies animal, or someone that causes or pursues, being the owner, permits any animal to be used.
Okay, thank you for the good presentation. Next is Food Hygiene Regulation 2009. The Custom Act 1967, Malay aka Custom 1967, is a Malaysian law enacted by the Parliament of Malaysia relating to custom. The custom refer to the government service enforcing custom legislation, collecting duties and tax. The Custom Act of 1967 is a Malaysian law regarding custom. In its present incarnation, the Custom Act of 1967 is divided into 21 sections. Each contains 169 units and 1 schedule, including 24 amendments. Malaysian Custom Act 1967 consists various rules and regulation related to the manufacturing activities. These laws and regulations have established to coordinate all domestic and international transactions. The next one. The next one is cleanliness, hygiene, and pest control. In regulation 15, cleanliness of food premise. The next one, regulation 6 is pest control in food premise. And the last one is regulation 70, disposal of refuse. Okay, the last one is a conclusion. To conclude, this Malaysian halal law has given many benefits and convenience to our society today. This is because nowadays there are many laws that need to be used or referred to in order to solve any problem that comes. Finally, to protect consumer from halal abuse by dishonest business of dealers, government regulation of halal has been deemed necessary. Post-market control compliance procedures give law enforcement the ability to respond when halal laws are broken. This limitation essentially contributes to defining how serve the country strict halal regulations are. That's all from us. Thank you and have a nice day.